Hi, everybody. Welcome to What You're Reading, our weekly show where librarians around DeKalb County talk about the books that they are reading during quarantine. My name is Fran, and I'm from the North Lake Library.
My name is Nicole, and I'm from the Harrison Crossing Library.
And I'm Mia, and I'm from the Decatur Library.
And I'm Angela from the County Line Ellenwood Library.
And this week we are talking about some of our favorite YA reads that are by Black authors. One that I really love, it's also a nominee for the Georgia Peach Award for Teen Readers this year, is Opposite of Always. It's by Justin A. Reynolds. This is available on Overdrive. It's both an ebook and e-audio format. At the time that we're filming this, it is checked out on ebook, but it is available for checkout on e-audio. So this is kind of a love story, but also a little bit speculative fiction. It's got a little bit of sci-fi. Basically, it's about a boy named Jack who meets a girl named Kate at a party, and he falls for her. They seem to have a whole lot in common, and they date for a little bit, and then she dies. And that should be the end of their story. However, her death sends him back to the day that they met again, and he has another chance to do it over. He thinks that this time he can possibly save her, but he learns that all of his actions have consequences, and that saving her might mean that somebody else dies, might mean that something else happens. So you're reading it and really rooting for him and really rooting for Kate and hoping that these two kids can find a way to make it work, while also knowing that fate is difficult to trick. So I really, really enjoyed this one, even though, you know, there is death in it. In general, I think that the overall message is really hopeful, and I would definitely recommend it.
Nice. So the book that I chose to read this week is The Field Guide to the North American Teenager by Ben Philippe, and it's available in ebook on Overdrive. And this is a book from 2019, and it's actually Ben Philippe's debut book, and it is hilarious. It's witty. It's sarcastic. It's about a boy named Norris, and he's the main character. And he lives in Montreal, Canada, and he moves to Austin, Texas with his mother. And he starts out his junior year in high school thinking like everyone is like a bad 90s trope. So if you're really into like old school 90s movies, like all of the tropes, it's like check off box, like jock, cheerleader, but it surprises you, like the relationships that he forms with his friends, Liam and Maddie, and it actually tends to outshine the love interest that he has with Artie. But like I said, it's super sarcastic. I found myself laughing out loud, which, I mean, I need to laugh these days, you know? You need to get a book that takes you away. And this book was amazing. And just a little side note, the dedication to this book actually is what drew me in, because it went viral last year on Reddit. But if you haven't looked it up, look up the dedication to this book. It's pretty funny. So yeah, that's mine.
I put it on my list.
Yeah, The Field Guide to the North American Teenager by Ben Philippe is available on Overdrive in ebook.
I read that one too, and I loved it, but I completely skipped the dedication page, and now I am regretting that. I should really read those. I typically just go straight to the first chapter, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, who knew that it would go viral? But it was, it drew me in. That's why I chose it.
It sounds really good. It makes me want to start remembering to read dedications, because sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So
Same.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the book that I'm not doing, which I know. I really, really wanted to do this one. I just finished it yesterday. It's Swing by Kwame Alexander. I am one of the rare people who love books in verse, and Kwame Alexander to me is like the definitive author of books in verse. Like everything he reads is just, whether it's sport, it's always topics that might not appeal to me, like all his sports ones, and yet they become my favorite books. Just because of the way he writes, it's so smart. But I finished it yesterday, and the ending hits a little too close to home about what's going on today. So I'm not going to really do this one, but if you can handle it, this book is amazing. The writing is just fantastic. He mentions artists. I love when I learn stuff from books, and there were artists that one of the characters, it's two best friends that decided, one of them decides to be cool. They're going to figure out cool this year in high school. And so it's him trying to find cool himself and trying to make his friend take chances by being cool. And it starts, one of the things he does is there have a third friend who's this girl, and one of them's in love with him, Noah. And so his friend puts one of his love notes that he wrote in her bag, but doesn't say who it's from. So it's about him trying to take a chance and art, and it mentions artists that I looked up, and now like I also learned a lot about art, the writing. So that's Swing. But the ending.
But you're not doing that one.
Yeah, not doing that. No. Just
so much. So I am going to do a throwback to one that is, I just recently celebrated its 20th anniversary, and it was her debut book many years ago, which is called The Skin I'm In. So written before most of the people watching this were born. And it's, I just realized, and it's by Sharon, Flake, and it's incredible. Again, just beautiful writing, but she's got a bunch of other books too that you might want to check out. And this one's just about exactly what the title says, like loving the skin you're in. And I like it too because a lot of the times I feel like adults are portrayed so horribly in teen books. So I did like the way in this one, the teacher is the one who she actually learns from, because the teacher accepts her flaws, not flaws, but her skin, and she teaches the student too also. And I love the way the adult-teen relationship is just not one that's so, a lot of times I feel like either the parent is dead or is terrible. And so it's kind of nice to read a book where, and also back to Swing, the parents are amazing in this one too. The book that I'm not doing.
Not doing Swing.
Oh, and The Skin I Am In is available in Overdrive, and it's currently available for checkout as of filming today. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
No, that's okay. So to be open, I have not read my book yet. I downloaded it yesterday and I started it, so I'm only about 10% into the book. But the book I'm reading currently is by Lamar, Giles, and we did one of his books. Fran mentioned one of his books a few weeks back called Not So Pure and Simple. But this one is called Fake ID. It's like a mystery suspense. And essentially it's about this main character, Nick, who is in the witness protection program because he witnessed, or he kind of got involved with another kid who uncovered something, and then Eli, which is the other kid, gets murdered. So because he knows all this stuff, they put him in a witness protection program, but now he's trying to solve the murder as well. So this one was written about, I think it was 2013, 2014. So it's a little older book, but it is currently available in ebook on Hoopla and also an audiobook on Overdrive. And they're both currently available right now. So this will be a great one just kind of pick up. It has great reviews on Goodreads and on all of the other book accounts. So I would thoroughly recommend it because he has a really wonderful writing style, and that's what I like about Lamar Giles. So yes, read it. I haven't finished it yet, but I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I hope. But yeah, so that's pretty much it because I just started it. So, but I'm super excited about it. So
And I don't think we've done a mystery.
I think he has a love interest too. So that's I'm kind of getting into that because the boy who's his best friend's his sister, older sister, he has a thing for the older sister. So I don't know where that's gonna go. So, but I think it's a little bit of all of that. So.
I love that. Like thrillers and mysteries, there just aren't. I mean, maybe it's because I love a thriller and a mystery. It feels like there aren't that many written for teens. So like when you find a good one, it's really exciting.
Yeah. I don't think we've done one on. I don't think we've talked about any mysteries really.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a lot of. I don't know. Maybe we have to do our research. Find some.
I got you. Fran and I have you. Fran and I will.
YA. I can think of tons of adult ones, but yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to see what we've got available too.
I think that's a teaser for a future episode.
Yeah, that's true. Like right now we are trying to recommend things that are available on Overdrive and Hoopla, since we know that right now the library isn't accessible. If we continue to do this past quarantine time, we may open those recs up to things that you can get in Branch. So we'll see, but maybe mysteries needs to come up soon. So thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear mystery recommendations, or if you have any other suggestions for us, please leave them in the comments. We'll also have links to all of these books in the description on YouTube as well. And we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.